Hi, I'm Rona Maynard, and this is my book, Starter Dog, My Path to Joy, Belonging, and Loving This World, the dog book where the doggy doesn't die. When my husband said, "Let's get a dog," I nearly retorted, "Let's not." I could think of 3 good reasons to veto this notion on the spot. But there sat Paul with his hand on mine and that dreamy yet resolute look I've learned not to take lightly, waiting for me to say, "Yes, let's." We had a pattern. He brought me an idea. I told him why it might not work. Let's spend the winter in Florida. But what about my Pilates class in Toronto? What about the Saturday farmers market? Let's set the alarm for 3 a.m. and watch the meteor shower of a lifetime. But I might never get back to sleep. Let's get married. But we've known each other 5 months. We're still in school. Can't we wait? He's called me negative a time or two. A bit harsh, I think. Someone has to be on guard for the hidden flaws in a plan, the kernel of disappointment embedded in a hope. Besides, it's not as if I ever say no. Instead, I wait to be jollied along and eventually say, "Okay, if," or "could be interesting." Never, "Yes, let's." In more than 40 years of marriage, we'd managed fine without a dog. The time for a dog, if it ever existed, was back when we had a son at home to play fetch. Other couples we knew had buried their last dog and were hitting the road in an RV or training to hike the Camino, yet Paul seemed to think we should tie ourselves down. For God's sake, why? He felt like having a dog. That was why. He seemed to think that if I opened my mind, I'd feel the same way. And how forthright he'd been about this out-of-the-blue proposal. No, "what if," or "I've been thinking we could." He was ready to look for a dog.